Welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. For the late edition, we're going to talk about injuries, COVID, suspension, fines, and also everything around the league today on Tuesday, May 4th, 2021. So don't go nowhere. Welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your coach, Coach Frenchy, directly from, the Seattle Kraken puck. Today, we want to celebrate them. They are part of the NHL now, so why not to go to be there and have a Seattle Kraken behind me today. So we have a busy schedule tonight, so let's jump in right away on what we need to talk today. And we can go from there. So the first thing we want to do is always we do at the beginning of the show. We talk about the game and NHL tonight on Tuesday. We have only 5 games. Most of the game is only an impact on the position on the top 4 division, like Islanders, Buffalo. Honestly, Buffalo is out. Islanders fighting right now to figure out if they will finish the top 4, which position, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same situation with Boston. New Jersey is out. Same situation with Philadelphia and Pittsburgh also. And also, Carolina is trying to keep their first place on the Central Division. Chicago is out at that moment. Finally, at 10 o'clock, look like Edmonton is going to be finished second. And the North Division. And for the Vancouver Canucks, they're still not out of the playoff, but they have to win all the rest of the game at that moment, where it's going to be the next, I believe, a 14 game to stay, maybe less of the game, but that's something happening for them. So let's jump in now for the next news we have. First of all, we have a sad news. The dad of the Washington Capitals player, DJ Oshie, passed away this morning. And it's a great loss for not only for him, but for the community of the hockey world, where his dad was really recognized since, his son grew in hockey. And I remember a couple of years ago, he won the Stanley Cup, and he got an Alzheimer. Since that, his health was not always perfect. So sad news, and we wish the best condolences for his family. The next one we want to talk about is Spencer Knight for the Florida Panthers, where I live. I live in South Florida. He's become now, at 20 years old, 14 days, become the youngest goaltender in the NHL history to start his career with a 4.00. He beat Kari Lehtonen at 20 years old, 139 days with the Atlanta Thrasher. So congratulations to Spencer Knight. Panthers looking great. Still fighting to try to maybe finish first, but look like they are second or the third at some point. The next one is the COVID-19 situation. This is the last update we got at 5 o'clock today. Devin Dubnyk, Evgeny Vesnikov, and Evgeny Kastanov for the Washington Capitals are the 3 players on the COVID protocol list today. That's the last update. So we'll see what happens. Dubnyk returned in San Jose to stay alone and be in quarantine for the next 14 days. A couple of news around the league. First of all, the Anaheim Ducks, Ryan Getzlaf, undecided for next season to coming back in NHL. So we'll see what's happening with him. The captain played all his career with Anaheim Ducks. And Toronto, Mike Foligno quit the game yesterday against the Montreal Canadiens during the second period. They did not come back on the ice, left for the locker room, and now he's a situation day-to-day from the coach, Sheldon Keefe. So I don't expect him to play against Montreal this week. I think he will take a couple of days off. And we don't know. As only we know is a UBL, upper body injury. About the Tampa Bay Lightning, Stamkos and Kucherov are now practice with the team at full speed with a regular jersey right now. So great to hear from both of them. They are going to be ready for the playoff for sure. So be interesting to have both in the same lineup. Never happened this year. So far, Kucherov did not play 0 game this season. Washington Capitals, Alexei Ovechkin returned on the lineup yesterday. He did not feel good during the warm-up, like illness, not about his injury, but he didn't feel good, and then obviously left after the first shift, 39 seconds, I believe, and did not return, quit for the locker room, and he's a day-to-day right now at that moment, so it'll be interesting. Let's talk a little bit about the Montreal Canadiens. They are looking great, to be honest with you. Amazing. Caulfield is on the top line this morning with Anderson and Dano. Suzuki, the last 6 games, he have 10.4 goals, 6 assists. And then Jeff Petrie, the last 4 games, he have 1 goal, 6 assists for 7 points. That's the reason right now the Montreal Canadiens look doing well, because both players have an amazing, great stretch right now for the Montreal Canadiens. They are 4-1-0 the last 5 games, so they are right now tied with the Winnipeg Jets, so great news for the Montreal Canadiens. The next I want to talk about this, the Boston Bruins clinched yesterday their position in the playoff. Same thing for the Edmonton Oilers, so both of them are in now for the upcoming playoff. This is a bad news about what Tom Wilson did yesterday. That's not supposed happening in hockey. Finally, the NHL decided to give a fine of $5,000 only to Tom Wilson after he, jumped on Puchnevich, and then after that on Panarin, and that created a lot of drama, a storm on the social media today to get only $5,000. By the way, just we come to recording this video, the New York Rangers create a statement. Let me check about this. I apologize I make this mistake because it was happening just before I came on. The New York Rangers are extremely disappointed that Capitals forward Tom Wilson has not suspended for his horrific act of violence last night at the Madison Square Garden. Wilson is a repeat offender with a long history of this type of act, and we define it shocking that the NHL and the Department of Player Safety failed to take the appropriate action and suspend him indefinitely. Wilson's dangerous and reckless action caused an injury to Amdemi Panarin that will prevent him from play again this season. We view this as a reflection of the duty by NHL head of player safety George Parros, and believe it's unfit to consider his current role part of that safety. So it's a big, strong statement for the New York Rangers. It was really, really shocking to see that, to be honest with you, today, to not have a suspension to Tom Wilson. So it's a story to follow up for sure at that moment about Tom Wilson and maybe something NHL going to do at some point. The next one, I want to talk about a couple injuries. Nick Schmalz for the Arizona is right now out. He got, during the warm-up Monday, he got a puck carrying on the crossbar. He got on the head. So he's not going to play. He's a day-to-day at that situation with him. So we'll have a follow-up with him for sure. The next thing is today, the Ottawa Senator announced today Josh Brown and Thomas Chabot is done for the season. They are out finally. They're not going to play for the last four games. Chabot left, I believe, a shoulder injury during the second period yesterday, so he's completely out for sure for the Ottawa Senator. The next injury, of course, is what happening yesterday with Tom Wilson. So Panarin is lower body, Jacob Droba is upper body, Eran Lindgren upper body. Will not play the Rangers the last 3 games, and Chris Kreider lower body is still day-to-day. So this will be an update for all the injuries for the New York Rangers. So just want to share it with you. They have only 3 games to go for the rest of the season. So that's what's happening with them. So it's unfortunately, but the New York Rangers have to play. They are all in the playoff right now at that moment, so they're not going to make the playoff. Now I want to talk about Cole Caulfield. The star for the Montreal Canadiens scored 2 goals in the last 2 games in OT. His first 2 goal in NHL. Everybody talk about him. I just want to share it with you about him. Have an amazing, great game again yesterday and Saturday. It's just fun and excited to have him on with the Montreal Canadiens. You know already, I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan, so I want to share with him, with you guys about Cole Caulfield. So great to have him aboard, and he's doing very well, and the Montreal doing well right now. So I just want to sharing with you for sure, and to make something special tonight about that one over there. I just want to remind you, don't forget to, let me check this for you, to invite you for Thursday, 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I'm sorry, Thursday, May 6th, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. We have the ex-NHL players, Turner Stevenson, as a guest. So please join us talking about him. And finally, I want to invite you, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel under Hockey Nation Live Show. You're going to get all the notification, all the video we create every single day, a minimum of 1 to 2 per day, plus the live stream or the live show we have at 11 o'clock. Talking about live stream, we have tomorrow the live stream between the, between the Ottawa Senator and the Montreal Canadiens game at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We always start 15 minutes before for the pre-talk game or the warm-up game. We talk about this here under the Hockey Nation Live Show. So that's conclude this, another great video of the Hockey Nation Live Show with your Coach Frenchy, like we do at the end of each video. Just want to remind you one more thing. What are you talking, Coach? Of course, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great night, everybody. Bonne soirée, mes amis. On se reparle plus tard.